Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your mid-August 2023 love reading. Thanks to those of you who like, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, it's what I call the bridge and the gap spread. And the way it works is to look at the past, present, and future energies between you and your main love interest. Once we get the roll out, we'll pull some oracle cards as well for some additional insight. That's the bridge and the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, on the right side we have the Romantic Tarot. Also keep in mind it's a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the card to the left as the energy and the card to the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's a way around your situation, definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, we'll get started. Past energy on your side, we have the Six of Arrows. So this is Aquarius energy here, which is your third house communication. So it could just be saying that for some of you, you might have had a falling out with this person in the past, but you might have come back around to attempt to reconcile with the person. Alright, past energy on their side, we have the Five of Cups. So to me, this says that for some of you, you might have actually found out that they were already otherwise involved in a connection. So for a lot of you, I feel like this is saying that this would have already been after the two of you had gone your separate ways. But it might just been one of those things, or maybe didn't necessarily think that there was a finality to the break that you guys took, whereas they might have viewed it as, oh, the connection's totally over, so they might have taken the steps to move on, and you might not have known about that until you came back on the scene. Now, of course, I do have to say for some of you, it could just be one of those things where maybe that could have been the source of the split too, which is to say that maybe they had someone else in the picture, and that could have been why you originally left. But for a lot of you, I feel like it's more the first scenario. All right, present energy on your side, we have the Ten of Arrows. So the Ten of Arrows can often represent endings, but in this deck in particular, it stands out to me. We see the 9 arrows together, which makes me think of the 9 of Arrows energy, which usually represents overthinking things, losing some sleep around the situation. Then we see the 1 arrow by itself, which to me represents that Ace of Arrows, which represents more of an energy of truth. And we see it's pointed in the cards in that direction, or pointed toward the cards in that direction, I should say. So to me, this is saying more about you guys have a clear mind now about what you want to say to this person. I feel like this is saying that you will be reaching out to them. All right, present energy on their side, we have the World. So to me, this says now, for one, if the two of you already have children involved, this could just be saying that for sure the two of you are going to put your effort in to actually make things work out within the connection. Or for some of you, maybe that's something that you've considered before in the past, right? This could be starting to discuss those kinds of things again. But this does look like this is saying that this person will be willing to put in the work to actually make sure this connection goes the distance. All right, future energy on your side, we have the King of Staves. So this is Leo energy here, and it could just be saying that for some of you, you might actually see things from a different perspective now, where it could just be one of those things where you might have held back around your feelings for a long time, right? If we look at those trees in the background, it looks like all the leaves have come out, right? So to me, that just represents a lot of time passing. So it could just be one of those things where you come to the realization that for whatever reason, you might have spent a lot of time away from this person and come to the realization that you have some regret around that now, but now also learning from that regret and putting more energy toward the connection with this person. All right, and future energy on their side, we have the Lovers. So yeah, again, definite indicators here that they will be putting in serious effort toward building this connection with you guys. This is a Gemini card, which represents your opposite sign of relationships. So to me, yeah, this is another indicator that says that they really will want to put in the effort to restore the balance in a connection and restore the romance as well. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have the Two of Cups. So yeah, this looks like this is definitely an indicator that the love has been there, right? But it always stands out to me with this deck in particular how romantically oriented it is, that we see usually the Two of Cups in most decks is a very bright, sunny, optimistic type of atmosphere, right? But here we see there's lightning in the background. One of the cups is knocked over, right? So it could just be pointing to the fact that you guys had a lot of bumps in the road to get to this point, but it looks like now the love has been genuine, right? But now you guys are actually able to build a connection into something better. All right, and bottom of the deck on their side, we have the Nine of Cups. So this is an energy here that also points to a lot of happiness and fulfillment, but it could just be one of those things where it's saying that maybe a part of the issue between the two of you was, for whatever reason, there was a lack of communicating around the feelings, right? So both of you might have had feelings that ran deep for each other, but for whatever reason, there could have been some hesitation around expressing that, and now you guys are on the way overcoming that, and that's going to be what actually helps fuel the connection. All right, next we'll see what we get from the Oracle cards. First, we'll see what you get from the Messages Love Oracle cards deck. Looking for a single card here. All right, got one there. And next we'll see what we get from Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Same situation, with just one card from this deck as well, and then we'll read both messages together and wrap up the reading. Almost have one there. All right, and got one there. So let's see what you got from the Messages of Love deck first. All right, we have Protected. Says you are safe and divinely guided. So this is definitely a good message here for some of you where, like I said, maybe if you have had a lot of anxiety around, should I trust this? Should I not, come forward, right? I feel like this is saying that you would be safe to express your feelings and be open toward the connection. But we'll see what the Wisdom Oracle card says. All right, we have Thinker. There's the artwork, and the number's 44. So we'll see what this has to say. At the very least, that seems to align with what we were saying there with the 10 of arrows and even the 6 of arrows in a way where you might have spent some time apart from this person and really gave a lot of thought to what you wanted to do around the connection. All right, the relationship message says, love is not logical, but when you choose a partner, it is good to have things in common other than desire. This is a time to weigh the pros and cons of your partnership. If there is enough common ground, go for it. If not, there are other fish in the sea. Don't force it to work. And should others tell you who they are, take them at their word. Now is not the time to indulge in a fantasy. No matter what, in this case, the facts are the facts. So yeah, definitely a good message there too. And I will say, when it talks about weighing the pros and cons, like I said, it looks like for some of you might already have been in that stage, and for some of you, it looks like after doing so, you will still want to put in the effort with this person, but at the very least, it could just be saying that maybe the two of you do need to discuss some big things, right? Like, okay, let's say if it is around family things, would you guys want to have a family? Do you have the same values when it comes to those kinds of things, right? But like I said, for sure, looks like there's definitely potential for you guys to get things going in a good direction. So hopefully that resonates with you guys. We're up there. I'll see you all next month. All right, bye.